Join us as we explore profound career-shaping moments in first response.
In your 26-year career, some positive experiences and some not so good experiences that you're able to share with us.
You know, they're what I like to call career-defining moments, and
I like that.
yeah, and you've read some of the books, and that's one thing I ask everybody that's in the books when I tell their stories, and they're all different, as you can see, and the very first one I like to talk about is I was still working the streets. I was pretty new to the job, and I got dispatched to a vehicle versus pedestrian hit and run. And so when I got there, the individual was laying there in the middle of the street, and I got out, still waiting for EMS to get there. And to me, it was obvious he was in really serious shape. He had brain mass coming from his ears. And on the sidewalk are a group of people, bystanders, and they just started immediately yelling and screaming at me, help him, do something. And so, I went to my car, I got a blanket out of the trunk, I came back, and they're still yelling at me. I'm still waiting on EMS to get there. And I really knew he wasn't long for the world. So I put the blanket on him, I got down there with him, and his eyes could still follow me a little bit. And so I just started talking to him, I held his hand, and he passed away. And everybody's yelling and screaming still, you didn't do anything and all that. And I remember when EMS got there, and then I stood up, and that's the moment my emotional wall went up. And I think anyone who's a first responder, not just law enforcement, you kind of have that wall, and that helps you do the job. Not necessarily the best thing for you mentally, for your mental health, but I specifically remember that. It was like I stood up and this whole wall just went up instantly. So that's just one of the things that I